Hello, and welcome to Corks and Cauldron, where two friends uncork a bottle, cast a few spells, and dive deep into fantasy books and theories. I'm your pun master, Gabby.
And I'm Jen. Quick disclaimer, this is an adult podcast about adult books, so expect some spicy language, spicy content, finally, and
Yes.
spicy spoilers.
Okay, now let's pour a drink, grab a snack, and get started. Today we're covering chapters 20 through 29 of Gleam from the Plated Prisoner series. I want to say this puts us at like halfway through the book.
This is like the halfway point.
Yes. So Jen, what do we get for our halfway snack?
So today, I picked Alton's Ginger Ale Glazed Carrots. We're going with a theme here, guys, because it's Fifth Kingdom and everything's super sweet. And she was just at a dinner for the royals, and I feel like carrots would be something that they would serve. I don't know why. Like I said, it's Alton, so we know it's Alton Brown, guys, in case you don't ever watch Food Network. It's Alton Brown.
I have no idea who that is.
That's okay. So the ingredients are carrots, of course, unsalted butter, which is a lie because I always use salted butter. I do not own unsalted butter, guys, but you do you, boo.
Really? Even for baking?
I always use salted butter and just cut back on the salt that I would actually add because a lot of them are like unsalted butter and then a teaspoon of salt.
So
Well, you can just add an eighth of a teaspoon of salt if you're using salted butter,
just a baby
or a quarter
pinch then.
teaspoon, some kind of
Yeah.
pinch, and you're good to go.
Okay.
So,
Speaking of salt,
speaking of salt, that's the next ingredient. A cup of ginger ale, whatever ginger ale you like. I
Canada
don't
Dry,
care.
whatever.
I'm a Schweppes fan, but
Schweppes, Canada Dry girl, so we can
I
never.
like either one. I will swap them because
Yeah.
honestly, ginger ale does not taste any different no matter what kind it is. If you love a specific ginger ale and it's not a mass marketed one, please just let me know and I'll try it. I don't care. But Werner's, Schweppes, and Canada Dry, and even the generic ones in the grocery store, all taste the same to me. So, ginger ale, half a teaspoon of chili powder. You're basically going to peel and cut these carrots because you're buying whole carrots.
You can't buy baby carrots for this?
I'm sure you could. I don't think it would matter either way. So, whatever carrots you have, they're going to need to be peeled and cut if they're not already peeled. And then you put the carrots, butter, salt, ginger ale in a sauté pan. So just your shallow pans. Cook it over medium heat, bring it to a simmer, let it cook for a while until the carrots are somewhat soft to your likeness. I like them still a little bit of crunchy, but I know some people like to be able to just smush them and they love that. Then add the chili powder to it. And then if you want to make it fancy, you can put it in a dish and sprinkle fresh parsley over the top of it
Ooh,
to make it
parsley.
pretty. This is actually a really good Easter or Thanksgiving side.
Oh, that makes sense.
So,
Yeah, you get the sweet carrots and the sweet ham. Sure.
and you will get sweet ham next week. That's going to be my next recipe, guys, is a ham. Surprise.
Surprise! Hope you like sweet ham.
But what goes really good with, what to drink goes really good with sweet, sweet carrots.
Definitely not the wine I'm drinking. Um, it's a decent wine. So
Okay.
today we're pairing this episode with a wine called Unsinkable Fine Wines, bottled by Unsinkable Wines in Healdsburg, California. So we chose Unsinkable because these chapters are all about surviving the wreckage and refusing to drown. These chapters are kind of rough, guys. Her gets knocked down, emotionally, physically, and metaphorically, and she always rises. So should we add a trigger warning to this episode?
Yeah, there's a little bit of abuse in here, guys.
Some physical abuse. We've seen a ton of emotional manipulation and emotional abuse in previous episodes, but there is actual physical abuse in this one. They describe this wine as bold, unyielding, and full-bodied, and I don't disagree with it. It's got a little bit of like a peppery taste to it, which is why I made a face earlier. I was not
Okay.
expecting the pepper, but it's still really good. I do think it would be better served chilled than room temperature, personally, but
I like my wine chilled,
and there's nothing wrong with that. Especially in the summer, I like chilled wine.
which is why I try and plan for it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you just have to grab one off the rack
Yeah.
and go for it.
And this one's not bad. Room temperature, they recommended serving at room temperature. It's not bad. I do feel like slightly chilled. It would have been a little bit better.
So I want to tell you guys that I'm a little extra sometimes. It happens. I like to freeze grapes.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I'm going to drink wine and it's warm, I'll toss a couple of frozen grapes in the wine so that I don't water it down with ice cubes. Which
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with ice cubes in your wine except for the fact that it waters
Waters
down
it
your
down.
wine.
Yeah, it's just like throwing
Um,
ice cubes in your whiskey. Like, it's gonna water that down.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I I don't like my wine watered down, so I like to just toss grapes in there, and then the wine kind of infuses into the grapes as they thaw,
Mm,
which is
fun.
nice.
That'll be
So
fun.
I learned that somewhere like years and
It's on
years
the
ago.
internet, on Pinterest,
I'm
I'm
sure.
sure. Shall we get into the episode?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. So, chapter 19 ended with Oren playing the harp, right? At
Yes.
being tossed like a sack of potatoes into the harp stool so she could play like the obedient girl that she is
Good
known to
girl.
be. Yes. Yeah. So, chapter 20 opens with Oren being like, I haven't played the harp in months. My fingers hurt.
Yep.
This hurts. I'm out of shape. I'm not feeling this. And she's mad, right? She was forced into the situation against her will.
Hmm.
So, and she's reflective because she has all the time in the world right now. She's playing the harp and not involved in anything. So she's reflecting on the difference between being ordered to play the harp and back when she used to like to play the harp and choosing to make music and to play music. So,
Yep. And Midas is basically showing off for his crowd
he's such a fucking douche.
between just talking to everybody and ignoring Orin, but making sure she's still playing. Because you know that if she stopped
Or missed a note
or
or
missed something, yeah, he's going to point it out. Although she's not even really playing a song, she's just kind of
yeah, strumming along. Yeah.
strumming along to whatever her mind, wherever her mind takes her.
But when she was playing for fun, she was playing bar songs, you
Yes,
know?
which is fantastic. I love that. And then the evening is finished,
The evening wraps up, so she gets sent back up to her room.
and he shows up.
He shows up. It is not to kiss her goodnight.
It is to kiss her goodnight. It's to tell her that she's the worst. I'm sorry.
She's
He
ungrateful.
he doesn't go up there to give her a kiss, you're right. He goes up there because he wants to tell her what a brat she is, basically.
He's fucking pissed. He's pissed that she played the game, but she played the game on her terms, and
Yep.
he's pissed about that.
And he's mad that how dare she let someone else touch her. And this is the second time. I'm sorry, technically it's the third, but he asked him this time. So he said this he touched her twice
Twice. Once
without
to
his
help her off the
permission
horse.
and wants to get her to her rooms when Midas wore her out.
Mm-hmm. And
Girl
she couldn't
touching,
walk.
guys. Girl
Yeah.
touching. Don't be dirty.
Yes. Yeah. He was pissed. He was marking his territory. He was
Yes.
quote unquote putting Oren back into her place.
Mm-hmm.
Is how he took that was his mindset with it.
And she takes it so well, just like she used to. Um, she's super meek about it.
Yeah, is that what you're gonna stick with?
Yeah.
She's not. She's not putting up with any more of his bullshit. And honestly, good for her.
Yeah. Finally.
This is the Oren that we have been wanting to see for 2.5 books.
Mm-hmm.
She's just done. And she's letting him know.
And they're fighting and they're yelling.
Things are heated, tensions are high.
And he backhands her.
Literally just right across the face.
And everything stops.
Like when I was reading the scene, I pictured a record scratching sound. You know?
Yeah.
Like just everything came to a grinding halt.
And then fucking Midas. I'm sorry, this episode this specific chapter is not good for me. I don't like it.
Okay, but to be fair, you don't like any of chapter with Midas in it. So the first 3 books have been really rough for you.
Okay, this specific one though, with him hitting her, really made me angry.
This one was rough.
Because he does the same thing that you see on TV shows and stuff. And he's like, I'm so sorry you drove me to this.
It's
You
a
know I
trope
love
for a
you.
reason, right? Like this is
Yeah.
classic master manipulator techniques that we should be talking about more. I don't think it's talked about enough. And it's casting the blame onto the other person. You made me do this. I wouldn't have done this if you had just done X, Y, and Z. I did this because I love you, whatever. And it's, if you had just behaved, this never would have happened.
And then let me help you. Let me make you feel better.
Let me make it up to you. Yeah. Let me show you how much I love you. Bitch, you just hit. Okay. And okay. I just want to be clear. We're not shaming Oren for sticking with him, right? Because it's hard. And I want to say, I should research this before I say it, but there's a stat out there that it takes women between 6 and 7 tries to finally leave their abuser before it sticks. It's never just a one and done kind of thing. Not never, but are you researching it for me?
Maybe.
You're a good person.
On average, a victim of domestic violence attempts to leave 7 times.
Yes.
Before leaving their abuser permanently. That is on the hotline.org and peaceathomeshelter.org. And the National Domestic Violence Hotline. And okay, yeah, it's all over the place, guys.
Yeah, it's a common
7
stat.
times.
Yeah. It's their master manipulator. Like they get in your head, and Oren's been with them for 10 years. That is a long commitment to just walk away from.
Yeah.
So while we as readers are screaming at her to walk away, it's not as easy as we're making it seem, right?
Yeah.
But anyway.
I love that orange ribbons
Yes.
are like, no.
They're on the defense.
This is a hard no for us.
This is a boundary for us, and you're attached.
Yeah, and we're telling you, no thanks.
Well, and like, I think you hinted at this before, but after he hits her and he does the typical, let me take care of you, I wouldn't have done this if you had just behaved.
You drive me crazy, it's just because I love you.
You embarrassed me, blah, blah, blah. Let me make it up to you, and tries to take her to bed. And that is such a douche move. You can't just hit me, and then you can't hit me without my consent and then take me to bed. If that's your kink, that's your kink. I'm not kink shaming, but there's got to be consent.
Yeah.
Full stop. There's got to be consent, and there was no consent here.
Yes, I agree.
So, but yeah, like Jen said, her ribbons pushed Midas away. She shoved Midas away. She wants to be alone for the night, and Midas does respect that. I'm not giving him kudos for that because that's just common fucking decency.
Yeah.
But he does respect it.
And as soon as he respects it, she flings open the balcony door and jumps.
Oh, she screams into a pillow first.
But
I pictured a very dramatic Disney princess screaming into a pillow. You know, like the dramatic flop. Yeah, but then she knows how to scale out the window now. She's done it before. Yep. So she had swan dives off the balcony. Not quite swan dives, but she is...
I'm sure her ribbons are in control this time, and it's not as graceless as the first time she did it.
I think we're starting to see more and more of Oren's Fae side come out.
Yes.
And well, there's different references in these chapters, but we start hearing her reference like the monster within, or it sounds like a beast. And so I think we're starting to see more and more of her, not necessarily embrace her Fae side, because she doesn't understand it at this point, but it's coming to the surface more and more.
Yes, for sure.
So then my question is, because she's
25.
25, is that typical for the Faes to come into... Well, because how old is Rip? He's got to be older.
Don't actually know how old Rip is.
He's probably 500.
I don't think they ever really cover that. But I think that your Fae side is your Fae side. If you are in Anwin, you're always raised with it. It's always there.
So maybe it's just the fact that
for so long.
Yeah, and she's finally, like, all of this stress is happening and all of this chaos is happening, that it's finally like, listen, bitch, if you're not going to take care of this, I am.
Yeah.
I'm picturing her Fae side to be like a sassy gay best friend.
Okay. That's cool. I can see that.
Anyway, she swan dives off the balcony, controlled. The ribbons help scale down. And she's fucking pissed. She has one goal now, and that's to find Digby and to escape.
Yes.
So two goals technically, but...
And after this dramatic jump off of her balcony, we go to chapter 21 and Queen Melina.
It's my bae. I love Queen Melina. She's such a bitch in these books, but I love her so much.
And this is the absolute shit show of the Sixth Kingdom.
It's such a mess.
Is what she is going to... This specific chapter is going to be.
Yeah. So we open this chapter 21.
Yes.
With Geo
shaking her to wake her up.
Shaking her awake. Forcibly waking her up to be like, where the fuck are your shoes? We need to get out of here.
And she's just sitting there like, what? What is going on? I can't
How
think.
dare.
How dare you have someone fetch me a snack? And he's just like, he's in her closet, by the way, guys, while she's
digging around, trying to find
having
clothes and
this whole
shoes.
thing. And he's grabbing clothes and pulling them out and taking them over to her bed, which she was sleeping fully clothed.
Oh, but
And
it
she
was
was
night
wrinkled.
clothes. It wasn't like
Well, he didn't have her get dressed.
they didn't have time.
So he was just tossing her clothes into a knapsack, which she compares to the one that Pruitt carries, which means that she really thinks that it's a shitty knapsack, guys.
Yeah, it's like the worst knapsack she owns. Yeah.
And he's tossing her clothes in there. He's trying to put her shoes on her, and she's arguing with him. And he's like, "You are under attack.
Like, you need to get
the
out."
rioters have broken through the gates." And she is just baffled. She wants her
does
advisors.
not understand. Yeah.
She wants her advisors. She wants a snack. She wants to know why the guards aren't killing all these people. And he's like, "Are you stupid?"
Like, the guards let them
guards
in.
let them in. They
The
left.
guards are probably in rank with them.
Yeah.
It's their friends and family.
We talked about this last time when she told the guards
Yep.
that they needed to kill these people, that these are the people that they grew up with.
Mhm.
Their friends, their family.
Neighbors.
They're not going to do this. And she thought that their loyalty, okay, she was foolish enough to think that they had loyalty.
To her. Yeah.
That much loyalty, because I don't care if it's a guard in a book like this or a National Guardsman or a police officer or somebody on the streets in the real world. If you tell them, "I need you to kill that person," and that person is their family member,
they're going to struggle
they're
with it.
sociopath,
Yeah.
that's probably not going to happen.
Sociopath or completely brainwashed.
True.
Depending on whether it's a psychopath or if it's brainwashed.
Okay, fair.
I was told to do this. I'm doing this no matter what.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my girl, Melina. I want to love her so much, but this chapter really is just like, oh,
A struggle.
girl.
Yeah. But this is the first time that we see Melina actually, I mean, we as readers know that she does not have control of the Sixth Kingdom. But this is the first time that she realizes she does not have control of the Sixth Kingdom.
Not even a little bit. Yeah. There's no one left in the castle. There's a handful of guards still.
Yeah,
I'm picturing under a dozen.
Yeah. I don't know if that many, yeah.
Yeah. Like 5, 6,
And
maybe.
Gio is just like, "We have to get you out of here. We have to get you to your safe house." And she's like, "I'm not leaving." And
This
he's
is
like,
my house.
"You are leaving."
Poor Gio. Because Gio also, like, that is also Gio's people, I'm assuming. I'm assuming he came from the commoners. Yeah. Like, I don't think he grew up in royalty in a castle. I think he, kind of like Risa and Polly, he got into a contract, and that's a good contract for him. But it's still his friends, his family, his neighbors, they're all probably rioting. And I think they would picture him or treat him also as a traitor. In their eyes, he's with the queen, you're a traitor.
I think he's in love with the queen.
100% he is. If I was a rioter, I would not care.
I would not, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Melina is just like, he's got her up, he put her shoes on, she trips over a carpet because she's trying to cover all the gold. And then she curses the carpet, which is kind of funny. I'm talking about these parts, like the knapsack and the carpet, because it's showing you that she is human too. And not just
despite her best efforts.
Some snobby royal bitch. But he gets her down the stairs, and a couple of her guards are with them, and they get to, it's a hallway that just ends in a dead end.
They think.
And the guards rip the tapestry at the end of the hall, and there is a door actually flush to the wall behind it that you would never notice.
It's a hidden door.
Yeah. And it leads to her safe house. And it's dark and it's scary.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
there's no lights down there, there's no torches down there. But they haven't had to use a safe house in generations.
Centuries?
Yeah. Yeah. So if there were torches down there, I'm sure they'd burned out.
Yeah.
And why would you keep torches down there if you're not actively using it? It's just like replacing the batteries in a flashlight or a radio. Like, you don't think about it until you need it.
Yeah.
Right? So, but Pruin arrives at some point.
Well, Gio goes to get some torches so that they can have them.
Have some light.
Yeah, and he grabs 2 regular ones and tries to make a makeshift one out of a broken mop handle.
Something, yeah.
And a gold curtain, which, by the way, guys, they try and light this gold curtain and it does not light.
Yeah, gold doesn't light on fire.
And while this is happening, Melina's like, why did you stay?
She's confused. She does not understand why he stayed. But it's because he loves her.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely it. I agree with you. I think that that's it. But he doesn't say it. Anyway, he just doesn't really, he kind of avoids answering her. And she does notice at some point during this that he has a dagger, which is unusual for him. Because
Why would a
usually
royal
that's not the
saddle
weapon
need
of
a
choice
dagger? Yeah.
for a saddle. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yep.
So they're trying to light that torch. It's not lighting. And Pruin shows up and says, do you need another torchbearer? And he's carrying a candelabra.
Just casually, probably a gold one.
It's got like 3 candles lit on it. And Gio hates Pruin.
Gio hates Pruin. Gio does not trust Pruin. Gio does not like Pruin. Gio hates
not
Pruin.
From the beginning.
And we don't know a lot about Gio. We don't learn a lot about his personality. We don't learn a lot about him as a person. He's not like a Sale, right, that we fell in love with. But I do picture Gio similar to Sale. I feel like he's a very easy to like. I feel like he's very easygoing. He gets along with everybody. I think you almost have to be a successful saddle.
Yeah.
And so the fact that he doesn't like Pruin is a huge. It's like when your dog doesn't like someone or your cat doesn't like someone. Unless you have my dog, he doesn't like anyone.
Are you trying to tell us that Sale would have made a good saddle?
You know, if he hadn't gone into the guard duty, I think he would have.
Okay, I just wanted to ask.
Yeah,
but
I don't know how attractive he was.
It's a huge
but
red flag.
Yeah.
So, but she doesn't see that because she sees power.
He was raised in royalty. That's all they think about is the next step and how can I use this person to benefit me and yeah.
So they're standing there just kind of having this little whispered argument about whether he should go or not. And they hear people breach the actual castle itself. They are like cutting the castle apart.
Yep. They came on through the kitchen, right? Like some back door that they didn't even think about.
I think so.
Yeah.
And so the decision is made at that point. She's like, Sir Pruin, lead the way.
Gotta go. Yep.
And he dives into the tunnel.
Melina goes right after him.
Melina goes after. And there are a couple of guards. 2 guards go with them.
And 2 guards stay behind. 2 guards stay behind to try to fight off the mob, which is
and shut the door and cover it again so that people don't
know about it. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's totally a suicide mission. For the exact same reason that Gio would have been a suicide mission. The rioters are convinced that those guards are traitors. The guards have loyalty to the Collier family. It's a whole political thing that we did not really get into because I hate politics, especially in today's climate. But anyway.
Yeah, the final moments of this chapter.
Yeah. Darkness, chaos, panic. Yeah.
It's a rough. I do think that my favorite line from this chapter was after she was like, get me a snack. And Gio was like, no food's going to be sent up on silver platters. Your servants are gone.
Everyone's gone.
No one's here. And just her being unable to accept that this is happening at all.
Yeah. It was kind of a Rory moment for her. Like Rory from Gilmore Girls, she struggled when anything did not go her way.
Oh, yeah.
She struggled with it. So I'm just saying, I can connect anything to Gilmore Girls.
I think that Pruin going with them is sus.
I think Pruin planned this.
Oh, yeah.
So Midas's guard and Pruin, I think they were both doing the same thing, but not working together. Does that make sense? Like they both had the same goal, but they weren't aware of each other. And so I think they both riled up the entire kingdom.
Yeah, because we know Pruin wants her to go to
Seventh Kingdom.
The Seventh Kingdom. Like bad.
Yep.
He's been kind of lightly pressing.
He's been very subtle about it.
Yeah.
Subtle enough that Melina has not picked up on that. But Melina's so wrapped up in Melina and how much she hates Midas, she's not thinking about anything clearly.
Nope. Which I get, wanting to get revenge and wanting to take something back that's yours. I get it. But there is a bigger picture. And sometimes you have to focus on that.
And you would think Melina trained as a royal would have that. I think she just let her own feelings get in her way.
Speaking of emotional and ruling by your emotions,
we're on to King Midas.
We're on King Midas's chapter 22. And I was listening to this one on Audible this morning while I was having breakfast. And my husband, who has been listening to our podcast but has never read these books,
or listened to the books,
or listened to them or anything, this is the first time he's actually listened to Audible with me. And we were on this chapter about halfway through. He stops and he goes, "Is this Midas?" And I was like, "Yes, it is."
It's also the face I made.
And he looked like he had stepped in something funky when he asked. So it was kind of funny.
So we were talking about this before we recorded. I have recently started getting into audiobooks, and I am appreciating them more and more. And I'm terrible about this. I don't know who the narrators are or the voice actors. I'm also terrible with actors, so it's not personal. But Raven Kennedy did a great job picking the different narrators for the different characters. Again, I don't know who they are, but they nailed it exactly how I pictured it in my head. Queen Melina sounds haughty and just full of herself and just a little bit bitchy, without being super bitchy.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Midas sounds full of himself. He sounds overconfident. He sounds like a major douchebag, but he sounds very royal while he's doing it. Oren sounds like a confused 25-year-old, and I appreciate that so much.
And
Slade sounds hot.
Slade just sounds perfect too. All of them. The narrators for this book are fantastic.
Yeah, Raven Kennedy, I'm assuming she picked the narrators and she nailed it. We open with Midas watching the sculptors. I think they're just dusting and getting the sculptures ready for Prince Niven's birthday.
13th birthday.
And 13 is a big birthday because that's when you should come into your powers, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Which I don't understand. I thought it was puberty because Oren didn't come into hers until she was 15.
Well, maybe that's a Fae thing. Maybe the Faes are delayed.
But he's just so angry watching these. And he's talking about he should have the gazebo gilded so that he can see it from his chambers and so that it will outshine 13 sculptures of Prince Niven.
He's in full evil villain mode. This whole chapter is just one evil villain monologue after another. Yeah. Yeah.
Chapter 22 is fun.
He's contemplating how he can make himself better than a 13-year-old boy, which, talk about insecure, but whatever.
Right? Especially when you're in your early 30s, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, Oren's 25, so he's probably, he's probably late
20s.
30s. No, I was going to say late 30s, early 40s. Knowing what we know about him in his past life that we have not covered yet on this podcast.
So this is Arabin and Aelin? Selena?
Yes. Way to tie in TOG. Appreciate
You're welcome.
That. While he's sitting here contemplating his life and how rough it is to be a king and how awful he has it.
And how great he's lost track of he's got all these strings he's trying to pull and he needs to get them back into.
Get everything back together.
Yes. Because
no one is.
Melina is being difficult and
Mist is having his baby.
Although he seems kind of excited about the baby.
Well, he needs an heir.
But I wonder how excited he would be if it turns out to be a girl.
Well, and also, there's no way that baby's going to have power.
Unless there's power somewhere in Mist's line that they're not aware of?
Yeah. And it's a recessive gene. I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
But Queen Kalia
walks up.
Yep, she just strolls up hey, what up? She does not say that.
Revealing-ish kind of dress. It's very
She's
tight.
hitting on him.
And, yeah.
But remember, the Fifth Kingdom has corsets, so everyone's boobs are in their chins.
I kind of thought she was in her own kingdom's clothes, but...
That would make sense. She's a queen.
You could be right, but I would think she'd be really cold since that's a warm kingdom.
That's true. Yeah.
Which they're doing the small talk, how are you enjoying the Fifth Kingdom? And she's like, I really enjoy this snow. And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, but I heard that the islands on the Third Kingdom, the private islands, are just the best things ever. The best views in the world. And she's like, oh, I don't want to be biased, but yes, maybe you would like to come and stay at one of my private islands.
It's such cheesy flirting. Like, this is how
And-
I flirt, and I'm terrible at it.
And Midas is like, how about you come to dinner in my room?
I could have the cooks whip up something from the Third Kingdom, wherever she's from. Yeah. One of the famous dishes.
Super subtle, like, she's like, oh, will your favorite be joining us?
She doesn't have to, but I'm sure you'll get used to her.
I'm sure you'll learn to love
Literally.
her.
Yeah, literally, that's what he says.
And
I
she's like, I'm sure I will. Which, y'all, if you're a woman, you know that that is not
Not at all.
Not at all. That is not true. She's not going to learn to love her. She's going to figure out a way to kill her.
Yep.
Let's just be honest.
And
Anyway,
I feel like it is ingrained in society, and this society specifically, that kings just have saddles. I think that's just kind of accepted, but I don't think that means the women have to like it. So
he even thinks back about how she had a husband and he was older.
And she heard a secret.
And she heard a secret she didn't like, and then he died.
Crazy.
Weird.
Crazy. Who could have seen that coming?
So she agrees to have dinner with him.
In his private chambers.
In his private chambers. And I'm sure she's not going to bring Manu with her.
No. And I'm sure she's not going to be wearing much in the clothes department either.
No, probably not. No. But she leaves and Midas just starts thinking about how fantastic it would be to replace Melina.
With someone more pliable.
Yeah, this would be a nice change for him. And how Oren is going to have to just start coming around and getting better.
Just going to have to deal with it.
And he hates Rip so much. There's nothing. He really hates Rip. And King Ravenger.
He hates Commander Rip and King Ravenger.
Yeah,
he still thinks they're two separate people.
Yes. And then he has this little flittering moment of, I'm not going to call it regret, because he doesn't regret the argument. He regrets the fact that he had to put his hands on her. Like, she forced him to, and that's what he's mad about.
Is that what you think? I don't think he regrets hitting her. I think he regrets where he hit her.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what you were hinting at. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he regrets that it's so obvious. But I don't think he regrets the action. I don't think he regrets that it even happened.
Because he'd already pinched her both on her arm and on her leg in places that were not visible.
He knows where to abuse where it won't leave a mark. It's just the fact that he lost control and he backhanded her across the face.
So he kind of convinces himself that he'll give her some more time because there's plenty of gold. Everything's been gilded so far. There's enough that's been gilded and there's enough gold that he doesn't really need her right now. So he's just going to step back and let her calm down and remember her place.
He's going to let the bruise heal so that it doesn't show anymore.
Yeah,
and then
pretty
bring
much.
her back out in public.
Yeah.
The villagers needed someone like you in the village to be like, none of this happened until the saddle showed up.
What?
It kind of blows my mind that no one noticed anything or said anything or did anything ever. Like,
I think it's because he's so charismatic that he was like, I'm respecting.
And he brought enough gold to appease people. Yeah. And so there is that. But
yeah,
feel
it
like
kind of is.
There needs to be some suspicion among the villagers to be like, all of a sudden, you've been here for how long? And you're just now gilding the rooms?
And because he's got all of this anger and rage built up in him.
We skipped an important part.
We did.
When he was talking with Queen Kalia.
Yeah.
She said that everything was quiet and that she was enjoying the quiet walk. And Midas, in the back of his mind, is like, oh shit. Because her powers are to capture whispers. He's like, I need to remind the guards to keep their mouths shut, essentially. And, like, keep the talking to a minimum. Especially while she's... What?
Because men gossip.
Men gossip. I don't care what they say. They don't... Okay.
And Midas needs to put a clamp on that before his guards reveal something that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know, like maybe that he's the Dew King now, or...
The Dew Kingpin.
That Mist is pregnant, or that Digby is somewhere underground.
Or that Oren's wandering around the grounds unattended.
Yeah. Or that they'd rather be in Fourth Kingdom's army.
Or that, well, he'd be flattered about the comments that they make about his saddles.
Yeah, they're way hotter.
Yeah. But still, I mean, yeah. So anyway, Queen Kalia and Midas.
Yeah.
They're both power playing each other.
They definitely are. And then King Midas starts, thinking, and he sees his favorite ice sculptor,
The one that reminds him of his daddy
the one that reminds him of his father.
because he's got daddy issues
He definitely has daddy issues.
and mommy issues.
Yeah. But so King Midas is actually staring at this ice sculptor that looks like his father.
And he's going through his daddy issues.
And he finally decides that this was a gift from the gods because now he can actually extend the pain and torture. The pain and torture that he gave his father instead of giving him the gift of letting him die quickly in a fire, because God knows that's not painful.
Right.
He's going to use him to torture him because he has the audacity to look like somebody he hates, and he needs something to channel his rage to.
Yeah, he's just mad, and he wants to take his anger out on someone,
Yeah.
and Orin bruises like a peach.
Yes.
This poor sculptor is just trying to do his job. He's just
He is.
existing, and it sucks that he just looks like Midas's dad, and that's his only crime.
It's his only crime. This is a sad scene because King Midas calls over his head guard and tells him to take that guy down to the dungeon. And even though the guard is just like, what? Okay, yes, sir. And they take him down to the dungeon and he's yelling for help. And there's people that are just watching.
No one steps in. No one intervenes.
No.
Yeah. It's... I forget what this phenomenon is called, but it's just like when people yell rape and no one steps in to help that person.
Yes.
That's
but
why
if
you're
you yell
supposed to yell
fire, someone will help.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So the chapter ends with this poor sculpture just being dragged into the dungeons for no reason other than he looks like Midas's father.
Yeah.
Literally, that's his crime.
And this has got the super cringy quote of, because the gods left me a gift, I intend to take it.
Ugh. This chapter highlights how much Midas sees people as tools and not people.
Mm-hmm.
And it reinforces our hatred of Midas.
Yes, I agree.
I think Raven was trying to drive home how much we should not like Midas at this point, even though I'm still convinced I could change him.
No.
Could.
No.
I could do it.
Nope. Let's go talk about Orin in chapter 23, because I can't. Chapter 23 has our first bright side of the book.
It does.
And that bright side is, I saved it. Hold on. Are you guys ready?
I'm always ready.
That bright side is, Midas hasn't bothered me for 3 blessed days since he struck me.
Yup. Midas can't even face the consequences of his own actions, is what I took from that.
Yeah.
But Orin's using this time, I don't want to say wisely. She's not just sitting by.
Yeah,
she's actively exercising, like pushing herself to the brink of exhaustion.
Her body and her ribbons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, like, when the servants bring her dinner every night, she's exhausted and sweaty and gross, but she feels good.
Yes.
She feels like she's actually accomplishing something.
And she's doing some of the exercises that the Fourth Kingdom gave her, or showed her, and she's doing lunges. And I love it. She's using her ribbons. She's not trying to use them all as one big group, but she says she's also trying to use each one separately.
Like individually.
And
yeah.
She compares that to either rubbing your belly and tapping your head, or trying to write 2 separate words with each hand.
Yeah, and I've
each
never
hand writing
tried
a separate
that.
word. And I can't imagine that either of those is easy. But so that's what she does during the day. And at night, she goes to visit Rissa.
She sneaks around.
Then goes, the guards take her.
This time. But she does sneak around the castle, too.
Yeah, she sneaks around, too. But the guards are taking her out at night. And she goes to visit Rissa. And she goes into the antechamber and sneaks into the library.
Yep.
And she tells them that that's with permission, that she just has to go this way so people don't see her.
in the back door. Yeah, yeah. But she, we open the chapter with her talking about her workout program, which sounds like something I need to do. And then she, literally bumps into Rissa. They both come up to a corner.
She's walking to the saddle thing and she bumps into Rissa. And her first thought is, thank God it's nighttime.
Yes. Yeah, because she could have accidentally gilded Rissa.
Mm-hmm.
And then her second thought is, I'm so glad my guards don't ogle me the way that Rissa's guards are ogling her. Well, she does, and she's wearing the Fifth Kingdom corsets, which, like,
Yes.
shove it up to your face.
Yeah.
So,
And Rissa's like, you're welcome to come with me. I'm going not to the saddle chamber. And Orin has this awkward moment of just staring at her
are you going to an appointment?
and asking, are you going to an appointment? And Rissa's like, no, I am not. I would not invite you to come watch me be ridden.
Yep.
While they're walking, they're having a
They're walking and
conversation
talking.
about how Rissa hated it when Orin watched them with King Midas. And she said, I think most of us did. Of course, Orin's like, Polly didn't.
But Rissa compares it to, like, Orin sitting on a pedestal and watching and judging.
Mm-hmm.
And Orin compares it to, like, you guys got to have fun, and I just had to sit there and watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's two sides of the same coin again. Like,
Yeah.
they both had these preconceived notions about each other. And I think it's really interesting that we're watching them break down these barriers
Yes.
with each other. And I love a good girl friendship. So I'm excited for this.
Yeah. And so they get to the door
Speaking of girl friendships,
of where they're going, and there's a guard at the door. Apparently, there's guards now watching all of the saddles, which
it's
I didn't.
interesting.
Yeah, because it wasn't. I guess that wasn't a thing in Sixth
Well,
Kingdom.
he's got double the guards now because he has Fifth and Sixth Kingdom guards.
And I don't know if it's safe to let them wander around on dew. I can't imagine it would be.
I paid attention to their class. The only drugs that I do is alcohol, personally. I'm not judging anyone who does any drugs. You do you. But I cannot imagine that it would be great to let someone wander around while high on shrooms. I feel
Probably
like
not
you need a
safe.
safe space for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what does the door open to reveal?
A lavender sitting room.
Mm-hmm.
Orin's favorite saddle.
Second favorite saddle.
Yeah, second favorite saddle. Mist.
They went to go visit Mist, and poor Orin is just like,
Seriously?
what the fuck?
Seriously? And so Rissa comes in, and Mist, honestly, Mist is just a bitch.
She's a major bitch to Orin.
She's a bitch to Rissa.
She's kind of a bitch to Rissa.
Rissa walks in and sits down, and she's like, oh, it's you. Like, seriously? But Rissa does let Orin know that they've been taking turns. They're on a rotation. Each saddle goes to visit her.
And
so
I'm backtracking a little bit. But when Rissa is trying to convince Orin to go into Mist's room, she's like, I got some hot gossip that you're going to want to know. And I love that they're speaking in girl in front of the guards.
Yes.
Because the guards don't care about the gossip. Like, the men tune it out until they gossip with each other. You know what I mean?
Unless it's
like
good gossip, and then they'll pay attention.
Well, but yeah, but like,
yeah.
The fact that Rissa was like, I got some hot tea.
Yeah.
You're going to want to come.
And that's how she gets Orin to go in.
Yep.
And Orin is not thrilled. I mean, but would you be? You're walking into the room of somebody who absolutely hates you.
And is carrying the baby of the guy that I was banging.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah.
So
anyway,
we do learn something interesting in the set of chapters, though.
Yes.
Orin is expecting to look at Mist, because Mist is now showing. Not a lot, but she does have a little bit of a baby bump. And Orin is expecting to feel jealous and expecting to feel anger. And instead, she's just kind of empty about it.
Yeah, she feels nothing.
Yeah. And so Orin, like, is kind of struggling to reconcile the fact that she doesn't care.
Yeah.
And Mist is convinced that Orin is mad at her and that she's
jealous
and that she's jealous that Midas is taking care of her and that Mist is carrying his baby. And Orin's kind of like, I'm glad I'm not tied to Midas forever.
Yeah, because like, if she had had a baby with him,
yeah,
she definitely would have been stuck forever.
Yeah. And so I think it's really interesting that we learn about that in this chapter. Mm-hmm. I think Raven did a great job introducing Mist and getting her knocked up. I think it was for this chapter so that Orin could have that moment. I don't care anymore moment. Yep. Yeah. Like, I think Oren needed that. Shit, I actually don't care. I love Oren. She's great, but she's like me. She needs stuff in neon writing before it like clicks for her. So I
said
think
yeah to agree that Oren needed that, just to be clear, guys.
I also need that, and I'm not mad that she agreed to that.
Okay. But, you know, even while they're sitting there, they're talking about how Mist has this special rooms.
Mm-hmm. She's all by herself.
She's all by herself, and she has servants at her beck and call.
Mm-hmm.
And what Mist isn't realizing is that it's a cage without the bars.
And Oren connects that dot
pretty fucking quickly.
Yeah.
And, you know, Mist is sitting there knitting.
Trying to
knit. And I guess she's dropping stitches, which, guys, I don't crochet or knit.
Same.
But I used to knit. So I know what they're talking about. When they're dropping the stitches, it means it's a really loose stitch.
Sure.
And you have to go back in and remove them all and restart so that it's tighter and it stays together. But Oren's like, I can do that for you or show you how to do that. And Mist gets mad.
Big mad.
I don't want you doing anything for my baby.
Fine.
And during the conversation, because they're like, you know, Rissa says something about getting a 9-month break from having any saddle duties. And Oren's like, so what happens after? And Mist is like, that's none of your fucking business, basically.
That's a fair question.
Yeah. But then she drops the whole, well, my child is going to be the heir.
Mm-hmm.
And Oren's like, how do you expect that to be a thing? You're not his wife. He's not even going to be, the baby's not even going to be legitimate.
Yep.
And then Mist tells them that Melina is going to take the baby.
Well, she says that Midas assured her that the baby will be claimed as legitimate. Do they say that Melina will take the baby?
Well, I just thought it was inferred. I'm sorry.
I see. And I didn't get that because, again, if it's not spelled out for me, I don't go there.
Because the only way for the baby to be legitimate would be for the baby to be Melina's.
Well, you and I know that, but has Miss come to that conclusion?
I'm not sure.
Like, I think I wonder if Miss thinks that because her baby's going to be considered legitimate, if she'll rise up in society.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think she's realized that Midas is putting the baby into Melina's arms.
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't think she has. Because here's what I can see Midas doing is Miss goes through the childbirthing process. Midas rips that baby from her arms and sticks it into Melina's and basically leaves Mist alone. Is how I could see that happening. You don't think so?
If he's going to give the baby to Melina, he's going to have to kill Mist.
You think so?
Because he can't have someone knowing that
one
baby
more
was
secret
illegitimate.
That he can't control.
Exactly. He can't leave that option available.
A loose thread.
Yeah, no loose threads.
So do you think that he would kill Mist?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Well,
I mean, maybe. It's possible.
I don't think he's above that.
He might not, like, just straight out kill her, but he might have Oren touch her.
I agree. I can honestly, statue. I can see him leveraging Hood to kill her. Because now that we know what Hood does, I can see him murdering her. That's what it is. It's murder.
It is.
After the baby is born.
Yeah, because he can't have that loose end. Or have her change her mind suddenly and want to see the baby.
Or to use that as leverage over his head to be like, that's my child and I know the secret. You have to give me X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
Man, I would not be a good ruler. I would not have thought of that. I'm going to say that makes me a good person. And we're
yes,
just
it does. I'm not sure what you're inferring there, but so Mist throws out this line while they're arguing about after they're arguing about the knitting and the baby. And she's like, I'm giving him his heir. What have you ever done for him, Oren? And
Oren immediately is like, bitch, everything. She doesn't say that, but that's the thought process. And she's a lot more proper than I am. Her thought process is, I gave him my body. I gave him a queen. I gave him a kingdom. I gave him power. I gave him everything. what the fuck are you talking about? But she's still so under Midas's spell that she does not tell the secret.
Yeah.
And I just want to be like, ugh.
I think it's better for her not to tell that secret. It's better for them.
It is.
What did we just discuss?
I know. But I want her to tell someone who's not Slade.
Yeah.
And Slade figured it out on him by himself. She did not tell him. So, and Rissa knows adjacent.
Yes.
Like, she doesn't know the whole story, but she has an adjacent thought process.
She's got a theory.
Yeah. It's wrong, but it's a theory. Anyway.
So that visit comes to an end.
Finally.
And Rissa and Oren walk to the Saddles quarters wing. Their conversation is about how good Rissa's boobs look in this
Which
outfit.
Is a total girls conversation.
Yeah, it's fantastic because the poor guards in the back, you can't see their faces, but one of them coughs when Oren says it. So you know they're a little bit embarrassed.
And you know that they're listening. They're obviously listening.
Mhm.
So I want to say that Oren said that on purpose.
I think so.
To catch them.
I think she just did it to poke them.
You think so?
But they get into the Saddles wing. Rissa takes her into a room that's kind of private and tells her her new escape plan. After Oren tells her, I still haven't found anything. I don't know where Digby is. I can't find a good way to escape. And Rissa goes, well, same news as yesterday. And goes, well, it's a good thing that I have a plan. And the four of us are going to leave together. We're going to walk out the front door.
And Oren's like, I'm sorry. Four of us are going to leave out the front door?
During
what?
During the celebration ball, they're just going to walk out the front door. And Rissa is so confident of this because it's going to be so busy and Midas isn't going to notice.
And Oren's...
Well, Rissa basically tells her, well, since you added Digby, I'm adding someone too. And Oren's like, who? And Rissa says, Polly. I don't like that she's addicted to Dew, and I'm taking her with me.
Out. Yeah.
This is non-negotiable.
And Oren's like, Polly hates me. This is not going to work. I don't see how this is going to work at all.
I don't care.
The ball is in 4 days. How?
I don't care. We're going anyway.
Rissa has her mindset, and I think Rissa's a Taurus. Like, she's quiet, she thinks things through, but once she's made up her mind, there's no changing it. So Rissa drops the bomb that 4 people are leaving through the front doors the day of the ball.
And I think they're riding in a carriage because she said it's going to be an uncomfortable trip for the 4 of us.
Yeah.
So
it'll be a tight fit, but 4 of us will make it. And Rissa doesn't say this out loud, but no one's sure of the condition that Digby's in.
Yes.
Or if he's even there.
Or alive.
Yeah.
Like,
we haven't found Digby yet. We don't know what his condition is. We don't know if he can walk. We don't know if he can travel. We don't know if he's alive. All we know is that Midas is holding Digby over Oren's head.
Yeah.
Full stop. That's what we know.
Yeah. And then she leaves, Oren does, and decides to go ahead and just go to the library because she's got 4 days. Maybe she can figure something else out.
She's still trying to find the blueprints.
Yeah, and she did give her a gilded leaf.
Yeah, she did drop off something gilded for Rissa.
So she is paying her, guys. It's just that she's probably just giving her whatever she can find that's not part of the castle.
Or part of her room.
My guess is like leaves, blades of grass.
Flowers.
You know.
Because she gave her a rag at one point.
She has given her a rag and a pipe.
Mm-hmm.
And an apple.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if she gives her some of the food she gets too, that would be easy for Oren. Like she couldn't steal a fork or a plate or a cup.
But she could steal an apple
she could
or
take
a roll
or I don't think that I would want to hold oatmeal and gild it. That would be disgusting. I'm sorry.
You're stuck on the oatmeal.
I really am. But something that would be a more firm thing, like a piece of fruit or a dinner roll.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So
I don't think she can steal silverware, dinnerware.
No, I'm sure he counts that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure he does too.
Like he allows it to go in the room, and when it comes out, he's making sure everything is still there.
Well, he does a room check on Oren. I'm sure he does a room check on the kitchen.
Yep.
And I don't know. When I was living with roommates, forks disappeared all the time. I don't know why. I don't know why we couldn't keep track of forks.
Magic.
Spoons, could not keep track of them. I had
Magic.
10,000 knives, but
None
no
ever
forks or
in the cupboard.
spoons. Yeah, like, anyway.
Anyway,
You ready for chapter 24?
moving on to chapter 24. It's the Royal Library again, where Orin has snuck in the back door, and she is still blueprint hunting and looking for something to unlock some secret of the castle.
She's desperate at this point. She's only got 4 days. She's got to get 4 people out. She's
got to find Digby, and she's trying to find something that'll show her maybe where he might be being kept, because she doesn't know where the dungeon is.
Dungeons, something. She's looking for blueprints of some sort.
Yeah. So she's sneaking around. She's dodging scribes. She hears something and starts running.
And in her defense, this time she runs away from the light, and she goes deeper into the library.
And then she sneezes because of all the dust.
She goes deeper into the library, which means it's not as used, which means it's more dusty, and she sneezes. And guess who shows up?
Hojat.
It's not Hojat.
It's got to be Hojat someday.
One day it'll be Hojat.
Okay.
But until then, it is Slade. And he literally says, "Bless you." Like, just casually.
And she yelps. Which is just fantastic, because that's what I would do.
Oh, yeah.
I'd scare the crap out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they start flirting, bantering.
Flirting, talking.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's trying to figure out why she's just hiding from him.
Because she's been avoiding him since he carried her up to her room, right?
Since the kiss, yeah.
Yeah. Since the hot kiss.
I think she might have been a little mad at him too, because he didn't help her.
Help her what?
At the dinner.
You're
he
right.
Just sat and watched.
Well, so in this chapter, I think I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
No, go ahead.
But in this chapter, she breaks down and she says, Midas was always different in private. In private, he was different. When we were in public, he was a king. And you were a king at this dinner. I asked you to be different, and you weren't.
Yeah.
So this is her setting boundaries, and he did not respect or meet the boundaries. We don't know what he was thinking at this point. We don't get his POV in this chapter of what he was thinking. I want to think that he had that light bulb of understanding of oh shit, I fucked up. But she's got to understand. It's not just me. If I killed Midas, my whole kingdom would be impacted. They wouldn't just come after me. It would be my whole kingdom. I have people that I got to worry about. And I think he's trying to figure out how to explain that without diminishing her boundaries. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm half a bottle of wine in, so I'm not making a lot of sense.
I think it does. It makes sense. Okay. And during their talk, I think he starts to look at her a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
And I don't think she's really uncomfortable with it, but he notices the bruise on her cheek.
Does this chapter end with, why the fuck is there a bruise on your cheek?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But this is kind of a short chapter.
It is.
Intentionally so. But it's just kind of Orin telling him, you ended up being exactly what I thought you'd be.
The quote that I highlighted in this chapter was, pretty promises in private and an uncaring king in public. I've been down that road before, Slade, and I won't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Orin no, I have seen this before. I'm not doing it again. I have learned my lesson.
Yeah. I'm
not doing it.
Yeah.
And I applaud her for setting that boundary.
I agree.
But yeah, Slade. So they're in a dark corner of the library, right? It's not used a lot. It's dark and dusty. And so he doesn't notice right away, but he looks closer, like Jen said, and he grabs Orin's chin, not forcefully, but just enough to hold her still, and says, why the fuck is there a bruise on your cheek? And when you listen to the audiobook, the way the narrator says it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So chapter
25. Yes.
Still Orin's point of view, guys.
We do get a Slade POV soon. And is this his first POV?
It will be his first POV. I'm super excited for it.
I know. I love his POV. Anyway, chapter 25. We'll get through this, and then we'll get to Slade. Slade is pissed that he saw a bruise.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended the last chapter with, why the fuck is there a bruise on your face? And Orin not answering. Like, literally, it was just, why is there a bruise on your face? End of chapter. Which is why I had to stay up reading until like 3 a.m. to finish these books. Raven Kennedy, I'm holding you personally responsible.
It's fine.
It's not. I'm not going to say my work suffered, but it did not flourish when I was reading these books. So Slade is spiraling. He saw this bruise and he's pissed. He wants to know what happened. He's going full on. I don't want to say alpha male because I don't want to like give alpha males a positive trait, but he's going on like this protectiveness.
He does go into protector mode.
Yes.
He's trying not to let her see it, though.
Mm.
Because
he's failing miserably.
Whatever. He's trying. He's mad, though, and I would be, too.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, if I saw my boyfriend's face was bruised, I would have thoughts and feelings about that.
Yeah.
But Oren's not afraid of his fury, his
No,
wrath.
she's not.
Like, which I want to take a moment to, like, dissect that, right? Because when Midas is mad, she flinches away. Yeah, she wants nothing to do with him. She flinches away. She does not want to be there. But when Slade is mad, she's not afraid of him.
No, she just wants to comfort him.
She might be afraid for him. Like, what is he going to do? But she wants to comfort him. Her ribbons don't recoil. Like, nothing negative happens. She just wants to comfort him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it hit a point where she's trying to comfort him.
Yeah.
She touches his chest, and their heartbeats start syncing up. There's a whole 3 paragraphs about this.
Yes, it is. Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
And she feels like something is happening there.
She doesn't know what, because she did not grow up. She grew up Fae in the sense that she is a Fae, but she did not grow up people teaching her about Fae.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she doesn't understand what's happening.
No.
And as readers, we also don't know what's happening. We know it's significant. We know that something is happening, but we don't know what exactly yet.
Yeah, I agree. And okay, Gabby knows because she says that they're fated mates. But some of the rest of us are just like, so they really like each other.
Fated mates.
It's nice during this moment that Slade isn't. She's touching him, they're talking, and he doesn't immediately go to, I'm going to kill him right now. He leaves that up to her.
He asks her.
Say the word, and I will handle this.
It's all about consent, boys. If you're listening, it's always about consent, no matter what they're asking for.
Yeah.
Always get consent.
She doesn't give it.
Oren still has feelings. I don't want to say she still has feelings for Midas, because I don't think she does, but they were together for 10 years. I don't think she's ready for him to not be in her life yet.
Yeah.
And I think Slade recognizes that if he went rogue and he killed Midas, that Oren would blame Slade for everything. And that's not what he wants. He wants to protect her. Yes. He wants to make her happy. Yes. But he's thinking the long game on this.
Yeah.
The quote of the chapter that I have is, we all have our edge, Oren. And when you find yours, just promise me one thing. Don't fall. Fly. Swoon. I'm swooning. Let me have that.
Ribbons, wings. It is. Slade has so many good quotes.
Oh
Slade
my God.
Ravenger has so many good quotes.
There's a reason why he's number top 5 book boyfriends. Yeah.
Yeah. He's my top 3. But yeah.
I gotta think about my top book boyfriends. I have Rowan, obviously.
Yeah. I have Lorcan, and we know that.
I like Cass. I think Cassian gets played as a himbo a lot, and I think he's a lot smarter than people let on. And I prefer Cassian over Azriel. But I like Luther, too, and I don't think you've read the other books in that series. I think you got stuck on, like, book 1.
Okay, Spark of the Everflame.
Yeah.
I was like, I've read ACOTAR. There's no Luther in ACOTAR. What are you talking about? So confused.
I think you got stuck on, like, book 1.
I got stuck on book 2.
Book 2.
Yeah.
She gets worse from there. So I'm going to give him top 5. I'm going to give Slade top 5.
Top 5 is fair.
Yeah. Oren doesn't ask for vengeance at this point.
No.
She just wants to walk away. She doesn't want anyone hurt. She just wants to walk away.
Yet.
When/if Oren gets her vengeance, she's not going to let anyone else take it from her.
Absolutely
She's
not.
gonna be the one who extracts it.
Yes. Yes, she is.
And Slade respects that, and he walks away. And
He does.
he's mad. He's not mad at her. He's mad that he can't do anything.
Yeah.
Is that yeah?
And he's letting her know that he sees what's happening and he is there to protect her when she wants.
When she's ready, when she wants
Yeah.
it, when he's not pushing anything on her. He's laying the foundation, the safety net for
Yes.
her. And
He's
he's
trying
letting
to
her
show
know.
her that he's
Mhm.
not Midas.
Like, yes, I had to play a king in public, and I'm
Mhm.
sorry about that. I don't think that's ever going to change for him.
No.
I think he cares too much about his kingdom and his people. He obviously cares about Orin too.
Mhm.
But if you have to look at the bigger picture, I think he's always going to pick his kingdom.
The many over the few, yeah. Which
I mean, okay, he does and he doesn't, right? Like when he doesn't, he has a backup to still take care of the many so he can
yes,
focus on the few. So he does his best.
he does. He's trying and he's just trying to let her see that he understands. So
Yes, yeah,
so he walks away and leaves her
like
to
yeah,
her
to her own thoughts.
own thoughts. And then we go to chapter 26. Gabby, it's your first favorite chapter.
It's Slade's POV.
Yes.
So we finally get inside the mind of the man.
It's
Yeah,
everything you
it's
wanted it to be.
Slade is exactly who we thought he was. So, like, when we get into Midas's chapters, we learn how slimy and manipulative and controlling he actually is. I get it. Some of us saw it from book one. Okay, Jen, I get it. But
For some
when
people, we needed those chapters.
but when we get into Midas's chapters, gets us into his mindset where we learn how slimy he actually
Mhm.
is. So this is our first POV into Slade's point of view, Slade's mindset. And so like we actually get to learn exactly who he is as a
Mhm.
man. And coming from Melina and Midas, it's a little bit like, shit, what am I getting into? Like, is this actually gonna hold up?
Yes, it does, guys.
It
It
does. It
absolutely
does.
does.
It 100% does. He's so logical. He has so much restraint and
Mhm.
he's got so much just logic. I know I just said that it's logical, but like it's just so he's not impulsive and he's not thinking of like he's trying to figure out how people work so he can work with them.
Yes.
Like I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but he's not manipulative. He's just trying
No.
to figure out how to strategize with and or against them.
And Osric joins him after he leaves the library.
Good old Osric. The first words that Slade says to Osric is, he hit her.
And Osric is super thrilled.
Osric is like, "Oh, so we're killing the king now." He's just full on,
Yeah.
here we go. So, have you ever watched Bob's Burgers?
No.
You should. You should. It's great. It's hilarious. But there's an episode where Bob wakes up in the middle of the night and he says, I'm killing Teddy. And his wife, Linda, pops up and says, okay, well, the car's gassed up. I can homeschool the kids. Let's go and do this. And she's just like, ride or die. She's ready. And Bob is like, no, my burgers are killing Teddy. I need to stop feeding him burgers. And this reminded me of that, where Osric was like, I'm down. I'm ready to kill a king. And Slade was like, well, let's take a step back.
Yeah. We gotta wait for a minute.
It's just what's going to happen if we kill a king? X, Y, and Z is going to happen. Nothing good is going to happen if we kill a king. So the moral of that story is I appreciate Osric being like, oh, so we're just going to go kill a king.
Okay,
And
let's do it.
Slade also is like, I appreciate the sentiment. We cannot do that.
Fun sucker.
I know. I know.
Darn them all. I love the wrath.
The Wrath is so incredibly loyal, and they're loyal. I'm not going to say that they're loyal to a fault, but they're loyal for a reason.
Yes.
Yes.
And unlike okay, I'm not gonna compare them to Akatar. I think that they're a healthier group. That's all I'm gonna say.
They're not afraid to say no to each other,
Correct.
and they're not afraid to hold each other accountable.
Also correct.
And we're going to leave it at that. Okay. Yeah. So Osric and Slade are unwillingly not murdering Midas at this point, but they do end up walking into the ballroom to have a meeting with Midas.
Yes.
And it goes about as well as you can expect.
Midas is so nice.
The fact that we get to see Midas from Slade's POV is so amazing because there's one scene where he's like, I hear Midas clicking down the hallway, and it's like he wants people to know that he's wearing gold on his shoes or something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that Slade is just like, we get it, gold, whatever, like who cares? But that's Midas's whole personality, is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't like Midas. Have I
No?
ever mentioned that?
I don't
I
think
don't know
you've
if I've ever
mentioned
said
that
that before.
ever. Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, they go into the ballroom and Midas is like, I'd like to talk to you.
I'm sure you would.
And he's like, okay, I guess, fine.
If we have to.
And I love his thought was, I'd rather chew on iron nails than speak to you. But he can't
Yes.
say that.
No, he's a king.
He's a king. So he's like, fine. And this is when Midas is like, you need to keep your man under control or something.
Keep your commander away from Orin.
Yes.
What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. And Midas brings up Drollard Village.
Yes, he does.
So, Drollard Village is the village that King Ravager negotiated as extra land when he brought the peace treaty to Midas. So, and Midas is confused because Drollard Village has nothing. Like, there's nothing there. It's just a deserted strip of land, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And so Midas is like, why do you want this so bad? What's there that I don't know about? Midas is trying to, like...
He thinks there's gold or gems or something hidden there, like mines or something.
He doesn't understand why someone would want it so bad. And as readers, the first time through, we also don't know why he would want Drollard Village so bad.
Yeah.
And so once the treaty was signed, that the Fourth Kingdom would extend to the edge, like to encompass Drollard Village. Midas sent out surveyors. Yeah. To draw the new map lines.
So Drollard Village, guys, is in Deadwell. Deadwell's the piece of land that...
Yes, thank you.
That they wanted, that Ravager said that he would take in order to negotiate peace with the Fifth Kingdom for what they had done. So the surveyors found Drollard Village, which was an unsanctioned town that belonged to the Fourth Kingdom already.
Did it belong to the Fourth Kingdom already?
Even though it was in the Fifth Kingdom.
I think the Fourth Kingdom had, like, I'm going to say squatted there, but it was still technically the Fifth Kingdom's land.
Yes, I'm sorry, you're right. Yes.
And so when I say that Fourth Kingdom, quote unquote, squatted there, what I mean is there's a lot of, like, rot and things that are already encompassing Drollard Village. Yes. And so Fifth Kingdom basically wrote it off.
Well, and there was no record of this village.
True.
In Fifth Kingdom at all.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of there and hidden away.
It's like it's any unincorporated town, right?
Guys, like it's like it's like those little unincorporated towns that have a population of like 1.
There actually is a town in Nebraska that has a population of 1. I can't remember the name of it.
I can't either, but
yeah.
Midas is basically trying to outplay Slade between this and showing off some of his saddles that were in the ballroom, getting prepared for what they needed to do, and Midas offering them to him for a night, which Slade was super down for. You could just tell by the tone of his voice when he said, no, thank you. He kind of... So Slade, when he's talking to Midas, gives me Snape vibes.
Yes. Yeah.
Just very unemotional.
Specifically when he's talking to Midas. Anywhere else, I don't get Snape vibes.
No, just when he's talking to Midas. Yes. And it's fantastic, and it cracks me up.
Turn to page 34.
So, but when he brings in Drollard Village, I think Slade's kind of rethinking this whole killing him thing. Because, well,
a little bit.
Now he knows too much.
Yep. I do want to backtrack a little bit. So
Please do.
I want to say it's the last chapter. Slade told Oren that he's leaving immediately after the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not fucking around anymore.
I'm done.
Midas hit you. I'm pissed. I'm leaving after the ball. And Oren just said, I'm also trying to leave him. Didn't say that she was going to go with him. Didn't say anything. She just said, I'm trying to leave him and left it at that. So Slade's all up in his emotions when he runs into Midas with all of this. And we're going to learn more about Jollard Village later and why it's so important to Slade. But that's a huge pivotal thing to remember.
Yeah. And he really just wants to, rot him. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Slade's fucking over Midas.
Yeah. He's kind of over him. And this conversation and Midas trying to threaten him and asking him not to let rip. He says something about Commander Rip, like Slade kind of threatens him about being in Drollard Village. And Midas is like, well, it's my rights to remark our territory maps. And then they talk about respect and getting on each other's bad sides. Mm-hmm. And Midas throws out as allies, we respect what belongs to others. I wonder what he's talking about there.
Yeah.
And then Slade's thought is the fact that he even thinks he owns Oren makes me see red.
Yes.
And then one of the advisors shows up and drags Midas away, which is probably good for Midas because
would not have ended well for Midas.
No, but then Osric and Slade start walking out to the army. And they're just having a conversation about how Midas needs to mind his own business.
Midas needs to not try to take over Fifth Kingdom. Is really what they're getting at. Is like Midas is obviously playing to take over Fifth Kingdom and no one else is doing anything about it.
Mm-hmm. And then Slade talks about sending his wrath out to Drollard Village to protect them because clearly these guys are scouts.
Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out what's going on in Drollard Village.
Yeah.
Why is it so important? Why did the king negotiate for an unincorporated village?
Yeah. But at the same time, Osric is like, nope, fuck you. Fuck that shit. We have things that we need to handle here. But this is where he tells Osric, we're leaving in 2 days. Fuck the ball. I don't care anymore. Yeah. And Osric is like, we're going to leave without... ... He just leaves it at that, but we know what he means, guys.
Do we know what he means, Jen? Do we know what he means?
He's leaving without Oren.
Or he's leaving without killing Midas, or he's leaving without protecting Niven, or he's leaving without whatever else that I can't think of.
I'm just saying he can close his borders, and it's fine. And yeah. And then he goes to rot something because he needs to, because he's so frustrated.
He's so pissed at Midas.
He's so mad.
Yes. Yeah.
He's so mad.
I love what we learn in Drollard Village. I don't want to spoil it right now.
I do too.
Yeah. My favorite quote from this chapter set was Osric. One day I'll get it right. Osric. And it's when they're talking about Midas and like how Midas hit her. And the first thing Osric says is, want me to maim him a bit? Which is such a bro move.
This is why I love Osric.
Yeah, that's just such a like, I don't need the details. All I know is, do you want me to punch him around a little bit?
Yeah. Do you want me to go kick him? I'm fine with it. Do we need to do something? I'll do it. Sure.
Yeah. Because Osric also hates Midas. I'm not sure who hates Midas more, honestly. I don't know if it's Slade or Osric who hates him more, but...
Osric's is a general loathing.
True. It's true.
And Slade's is more directed because he hit her.
Well, he never liked Midas to begin with. Yeah. Midas, or Slade's is more focused on how he treated Oren and how he treats
everyone.
Literally everyone.
Yeah.
Specifically Oren, though. Yeah.
I like seeing this point of view shows us more about, we've kind of thought that Slade, while flirty and sweet to Oren, was just super restrained and cold and calculating.
Right, like he's a king. And so we had that impression of him.
Getting his point of view is just fantastic, hearing his actual thoughts.
Yeah.
About
his actual
how he
thoughts
feels.
Are exactly how we feel.
Yeah.
Like, you punched Oren or you hit her across the face, I wanna kneecap you.
It's fine. I can make you disappear. I can make it
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah. Like,
He doesn't even have to use his rod. He could just use a knife and do a little skinning. It's fine.
and, like, I don't consider this a dark romance at all,
Mm-mm.
but I think it has a lot of dark romance commonalities in the sense of touch her and die, right?
Hurt you.
Yeah, yeah. And so I think that's a common theme that we see in a lot of, like, the dark romances,
Mhm.
and we're seeing it a little bit here of who hurt you, I will kill them. And
Yeah.
what girl doesn't want that in a man, right?
In a book. In a man.
And a man.
Okay.
Let me have my fantasy.
You take that
Jen.
fantasy.
Thank
It's
you.
fine.
All right, chapter 27.
Back to Oren.
Yeah, we're back in Oren's POV.
But this is a good chapter, guys.
This is a good chapter. Is this a spicy chapter?
It's adjacent.
Spicy adjacent?
Yeah. Because this is
This is
her tossing and turning in bed and thinking about her conversation with Slade and how he really wanted her to tell him how he feels, and she just can't. She's not ready, which good for her.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. If she's not ready, she's not ready.
She's not ready. She's
And
been in
Slade
this,
respected that. He did not push her.
but she can't think straight. All she can do is it's on her mind. And so it's still daytime. She gets up, she gets dressed.
Have you never, like, tossed and turned after talking to a boy and been like, I wish I could have done this or X, Y, and Z or
So she gets dressed. She decides she's got to go talk to him. So she knows that her door is locked still because it's still daytime. So what does she do? She jumps down to the balcony below her.
because Slade is a floor below.
Floor below.
Yeah,
You think that's intentional because Midas wants him below him, right across the
probably.
hall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she hops down to the balcony below her, and it's an empty room, thankfully. And
She's not great at sneaking
she
around.
leaves this room and heads down the hall in the opposite direction. Midas's room would be here. She goes down here and goes that way to find the door with the snowflake on it.
Which is Slade's room.
Yes, because he had told us that when he was carrying her after she was exhausted.
She was gilding the dining room, I think.
The hall
Yeah.
that the thing was
Yeah,
going to be
something.
in.
Yeah, she was gilding something. She was
The
exhausted.
throne room. That's
Yeah.
the word.
Yep.
But so she's going to his room and she knocks on the door and not Rip answers.
So, not Rip, just to remind everyone, is the Rip twin who looks
Yes.
exactly like Rip. It's like Rip Light. Like, he
Yeah.
looks super, super similar, but there's just something not quite there. That if you maybe weren't Oren, you wouldn't notice right away.
Right. And he's just like,
God damn it.
and so she's asking if Slade's there and he's not, but he lets her in anyway.
He doesn't care. I
He really,
love the moment that we figure out who not Slade is.
yes, it's fantastic.
Like, it's so funny.
Yeah. And so he lets her in, and does he leave or go into a different room?
He goes into a different room. So she goes into, like, the actual bedroom, and he
Yeah.
hangs out in, like, the sitting area.
Yeah.
And this is so fucking weird. So Oren, like, starts snooping, because what else are you gonna do when you're in your crush's bedroom? I would snoop.
She goes through his
100%.
closet.
Yep. And she finds the coat that she threw at him.
Yes, is still in there. And then there's all sorts of weapons. Like, I feel like his closet has very few clothes,
Mainly weapons.
but mainly weapons, which is just hilarious.
Yep. And then she's sniffing the pillow, trying to get whiffs of him like a weirdo.
She is.
Yep.
And her ribbons are inside
Like
the
cat.
bed
I pictured like
sheets,
cats, you know, just
kind
like
of
yeah. And she
moving
absolutely
around.
turns a pillow into solid gold.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
And Slade walks in, and what does he tell her? If I knew you had interest in tangling yourself up in my bed, I would have at least had the forethought to be in it already.
What a line.
And that is when we hit the second bright side of these chapters, the only other bright side in these chapters. Would you like to know what it is?
Yes, please.
None. Absolutely none, because I just turned his pillow solid gold from sniffing it like a lunatic while he watched.
So
By
this
the
is
way,
another short chapter, though.
catch on to the fact that she didn't just gild this pillow, she
Solid
turned it
gold.
solid gold. So I think Midas is going to find out that she was in his room.
What? Why would you
Especially
think that?
after.
We'll get into why
We'll
later.
get into why in a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I love this so much. Okay, so we're gonna go into chapter 28.
Before we leave chapter 27.
Oh, I already left.
Okay.
I'm on chapter 28.
I just wondered if you wanted to talk about the little conversation between Not Rip and Oren.
Oh, we probably should.
Where
It
he's
is kind of
picking on her.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, fine.
So she kind of walks in, she knocks, and she goes in and figures out that it's not Rip. And she says, "You're not Rip." And he says, "Then who am I, my lady?" And he's so sassy about this. And she's like, his voice is deep, but it's not Slade's. And she's like, "No idea. Why don't you enlighten me?" And he says, "No,
No thanks.
I don't think
I'd
I
rather
will."
not.
And it's just, he goes to get Slade for her. And he picks on her. He's like, "Oh, so we're on a first name basis now." So that's where he was. It was bugging me because I didn't know where he was when she gilded the pillow. And where he was getting Slade for her. Which, and then she, gilds it. There's no bright side.
She doesn't gild it. She turns the pillow into solid gold.
That's true.
Which is an important point for later on.
It is. It's fantastic. And then we get to chapter 28, guys. She's caught.
She's caught red-handed. There's no way you can gracefully extract yourself from sniffing your crush's pillow.
And turning it gold.
When he catches you red-handed. How do you explain that without being like, I was just sniffing your pillow and turning it gold? Sorry?
Yeah, and you can't, she's got to tug the ribbons out of the bedding. Which, again, guys, her ribbons love Slade so much.
So much. It's a testament to the Fae heritage, right? Like, her ribbons are very clearly Fae.
Oh, yeah.
And Rip has embraced his Fae side, probably because he grew up in the Fae world. So he knows about it.
Yeah. And
again, they're fated mates. So the ribbons are like just drawn to him. And Oren's so confused by that.
Yeah. And he's so picking on her and teasing her.
He's not picking. It's fun. It's flirting.
It's flirty teasing. It's not like Big Brother teasing, guys. It's new relationship teasing.
Yes, back when we still liked each other.
Yeah.
We're still trying to make an effort.
Yeah. And she apologizes to him and she's like, "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have stayed in here. I shouldn't be here." And he's like, "Then why are you?
Like, what are you doing if you shouldn't have been here?
What are you doing here?" And she has to answer this, and I don't think she really has any words.
I don't think she does either.
And I think she finally just asks him if he's mad at her.
Sweet baby child. No, he's not mad. He could never be mad.
He could be mad.
He could be mad, but not at her.
Yeah. And this is just, okay. This is the foreplay. Guys, this is a fun foreplay chapter.
It's the foreplay before the foreplay, right?
Yeah.
So, is this where Oren lays it all out? Like, everything?
Yes.
Okay. So, Oren lays it all completely out. She talks about Anwin, she talks about the trafficking, she talks about Midas and how Midas has manipulated her and used her, and she mistook the control for care. And
it's even earlier than that. She's telling him about Aurea and Anwin and getting smuggled to Aurea when she was gold but didn't have her magic and didn't have her ribbons. She's giving him everything. And he just
listens.
Sits there, goes, okay, when they say he just goes completely still in every book, I wish you guys wouldn't say that. Because then I just picture somebody like, freeze tag.
I think they mean more like they don't know how to react, so they just kind of freeze and they just take it, because this is heavy information, right? She basically admits to child trafficking. She admits to manipulation by Midas. She admits
to running away and how
Mhm.
terribly things went for her
Yep.
and how Midas was the person who saved her.
Mhm.
And she's trying to explain that before Midas, she was broken and didn't know what to do and didn't know she didn't know what love was, and she thought she found it with Midas.
Yep.
So she's trying to explain all that to Slade, which is why the word love for her is just
It's such a big deal.
it is. And she thought she loved him and she thought he loved her. And Slade's like, and now? And she's like, I know that that was a little girl
Yeah.
clinging to safety and it wasn't really love. And so then Slade's like, and what are you saying? And then she has to tell him that he's the first person who sees her.
As a person,
Yes.
not as a saddle, not as a possession, not as a thing, but as an actual person.
And she talks about how nobody's ever looked at her the way he has because he doesn't look at her like she's an object to be used.
Or
I
how
mean-
can knowing Oren further my whatever career,
Yeah.
political, whatever, like
She's basically telling him, you don't look at me and just see gold, you look at me and see a person. And she says, when you do that, it didn't just open my eyes, it shifted my vision entirely.
what a line.
Yeah. And she talks about how all she keeps seeing is him. And she was talking about running away, denying her feelings, and says that she doesn't think she can anymore.
Good for her.
And he wants
Hate that she got to that point, but good for her.
he wants to know why.
Rip is not fucking around.
So-
He's not. It's not going to be a one night stand for him. It's not going to be a situationship. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
And he admits to her that she's been stuck in his head and he's furious about it. And she thought he was mad at her, but the truth is he's furious for her situation.
Yeah.
And
he's
how
mad
other people treated her
for
so
her.
badly.
Yeah.
That when he came around and he wants to walk away and knows he should, and he can't.
Yep.
And that makes him so angry. And she says, I keep blaming you for things that I can push
So then I can push
so
you
that I
away.
can push you away. And she tells him, you're not the villain in my story. And then there's your favorite line. Go
And
ahead.
then he says, I am. He says without remorse, his sharp jaw tight with tension. But I'll be the villain for you, not to you. Swoon. My God. Like, if a man ever told me that, I would drop my pants right there.
And he tries to take a step forward and she tries to take a step back because still daylight.
Still daylight.
What happens when Oren touches something alive in the daylight? Bad things, guys. Bad things.
She just turned a pillow into solid gold.
With
Bad
her
things.
nose.
With her nose, because she was sniffing the pillow. Yes. All right. So are we on to chapter 39 then? Or 29?
Yes. I mean, can we talk about my favorite lines real quick
Yes.
that are in this chapter?
Yes.
She says, all my life men have had me, but I have never had a man. So, guys, we're talking about sex here, guys. You know,
About sex, baby.
where men have always, done
her.
things to Oren and
Yeah.
used her for her body, for her gold. But
For
no
their
one
pleasure,
has
for
ever,
their advancement, for their.
and no one has ever taken care of Oren.
Do you think that means that she's never had an orgasm? Like,
I wondered
ever?
that. And he looks at her and says, I am no man. Well, and lots of other things. So she finally tells him at the end of this chapter, I want you. And go, girl.
Naked.
And then guess what, guys? This is the foreplay.
Yes. So, chapter 29. I want to say this is another short chapter.
I think it is. But it's an important chapter.
It is.
This is, she told him, you, Slade, I want you. And then this is when he has to tell her, sure of what you're asking.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we start this,
it's forever.
Yeah.
This is not a one night stand. This is not a situationship. This is not.
Yeah. And
this is forever.
This is her really just giving herself over, which is crazy. And she stands there at the beginning of this chapter is her standing there watching him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just staring.
Mm-hmm.
And she finally can't take it anymore. And she's like, say something.
Literally say anything. Like, I bared my soul to you. Say something.
And I think Slade's an Aries because, much like me, he needs a minute.
He just needed to process. There was
I gotta process this.
Oren, and
You
in
just
Slade's
gave me a
defense,
lot.
Oren threw a lot down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he has to clarify because who doesn't? What exactly do you mean you want me?
I would have been so frustrated as Oren, and this is coming from a Taurus who, like, I don't think things through. Like, it's I think something, I do something, right? And so Oren is like, you know what? Forget it. I bared my soul. I put it all out there, and you said that. I'm walking away.
And he's just like, no, you can't give me all that and then just leave. No,
Watch
absolutely
me.
not.
And Oren's like, yeah, but you're not saying anything. So clearly you don't want me now. Clearly, whatever infatuation you had.
Yeah, no. And he's just like, are you serious right now? You think I've just been hanging out here to go to a fucking ball?
Well, yeah, isn't that why everyone hangs out? But
And
this is where it comes to one of my favorite lines in this chapter.
what's that favorite line?
It's, I've wanted you since the moments I've laid eyes on you, Goldfinch. I was just waiting for you to catch up.
And that's another, he's got so, she gave him so many good lines.
Slade was clearly written by a woman for a woman, and I'm here for it.
And then she needs a second because, that was kind of hot. And then he's like, do you remember what it is between Faye?
Which is a fair question because, again, Oren has not grown up with the Fae. She has, from the time she was 5 until current, she has been among the normies. So,
yeah,
I would be frustrated if someone was trying to explain something to me when I wanted to bang them, but I do appreciate that Slade took the time to be like, you need to understand what you're getting into here.
We are wild, we are carefree, especially with something we want.
We're more instinctual, like.
Yeah. And then he says, I didn't answer you right away because I need you to understand something first. And that's when he was like, I was going to leave. I was going to walk away. And I had every intention of respecting your decision whether to stay with him or run. And he was going to force himself to be fine with that. And then he gives the best. Okay, according to my book, this paragraph, which is one giant declaration, has been highlighted 15,517 times. But Gabby's about to swoon. So, I want all of you, he tells me, a newfound hunger in the depths of his green eyes that stirs heat beneath my skin. Every piece, every memory, every minute, every inch. This isn't going to be some casual dalliance. This isn't going to be temporary. I want you, soul, mind, and body. I want your trust and your thoughts. I want your past, your present, your future. So make it very certain that you want me for the right reasons.
Be certain that you're choosing this.
That you're choosing this because once you do, there's no turning back.
I'm going to swoon.
So we talk a lot about consent, and this is him letting her know that I'm consenting to this, but I need you to understand that if you consent to this,
this is my boundary. Yeah.
This is what it's going to be. So when I turn into some crazy alpha male,
you can't be mad. Like, we're going to refer back. Yeah.
And he doesn't become some crazy alpha male. He's super, guys, he is open to all sorts of things.
Yep.
That vanilla human males probably aren't.
Well, like, he's probably 500 years old. I don't think we ever find out his exact age, but they live forever, so.
And of course, Oren has to stop and think about this for a minute because it's overwhelming.
That's fair. Like, you can't be mad at her for taking a beat and being like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when she agrees to it, she makes sure that he understands, if I give myself to you, I won't ever give myself to someone who doesn't give himself back to me. So make certain that's what you're choosing too.
This is like signing the contract.
Yeah, because it's still daylight. So all they can do is have this conversation.
Slade can't touch her. She can't touch Slade.
And he's letting her, he tells her, I chose you the moment you called me a prick.
Which was like day one.
And your ribbons tried to knock me on my ass. That wasn't day one. That was in the fighting ring, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then he's like, no need to admit when you chose me. It was when you were staring at my ass.
Which is such a cocky move.
Yes, it is. And I loved it. And she's like, I was not looking at your ass. He's like,
She'll never admit it. Yeah.
And then he goes outside to see where the sun is at. And she's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I just need to know where the sun is at, gauging the time. How much
Because when
longer do
that
we have?
sun is down,
Yep.
you're mine. But he leans into her. He takes up her space. He doesn't touch her, but he has his hands pressed against either side of her on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And leans in to look over, like through the window.
And he's like, there's about 30 minutes. He's like, I guess there's about 30 minutes. And she's like, do you have somewhere to be? And that's when he backs her up against the wall. And he's like, if you think I'm leaving after all this, after you
After all
telling me
this
you love
foreplay.
me.
Yeah.
And she's like, I never said that. And he's like, not in those words.
But you basically did.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real, Oren. Yeah.
And he's like, I have heard you loud and clear. And she keeps trying to deny that, which is great.
Deny.
And they have a full-on conversation about love and how you show love versus how you say it. And she's just really denying it and calling him presumptuous and jerk face. She doesn't say jerk face, but she does call him a jerk. And then he says something about, that's okay. I'll wait. You little liar. It's fine.
It's fine.
I've made you face other truths.
Yep.
I can make you face this one too. And the only thing she gets from that, you know, like when people call you a hot mess and you're like, oh my God, he called me hot. He did call her a gorgeous little liar. So the only thing she took from that was, he thinks I'm gorgeous.
We're here to talk about Oren, not me.
Okay, sorry. And so finally, she's acting like she's going to leave.
It's still daylight, which means you can't touch me.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's hitting on her. Like, he's just straight up just hitting on her. And he's like, well, I can't touch you, but you can undress yourself. I don't have to touch you for you to get undressed. Yeah.
I mean, he asks her at least to undress for him, which super embarrasses her because
it's her.
Yeah.
But he does say, if I could touch you right now, I'd already be doing that.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have about a half an hour, but just because I'm forced to wait until I slide my hands over your luscious body doesn't mean we can't have plenty of enjoyment in the meantime. Which is basically like, we can have some foreplay and it'd be cool. And Oren is, she's not consenting. She's worried about him accidentally touching her, right? Yeah. She just doesn't want something catastrophic to happen. And I think she's a little afraid because she's
never given herself like this.
She's never slept with someone that she actually wants to sleep with. Like, okay, so
she thought she did with Midas.
Yes, yeah.
But this is a different level because normally they're just like strip, or they don't even bother with her needing to be undressed because Midas
just lift up your skirts,
lift up your skirts and we'll be done.
Yeah,
and this is foreplay, guys,
that she's never had before.
Yeah.
And so she's struggling with it. She's having a hard time with it. She's enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. She's enjoying it, but she's never felt like this before.
Yeah.
And the way that this chapter ends, and this is going to be where the episode ends too, is it's fucking torture to have you stand there and tell me that you want me and not be able to do anything about it. But I'm a patient male, and as soon as I'm able, I'm going to touch and taste every inch of you. I'm going to have you writhing and baking, and I'm going to give you every bit of pleasure that I can wring from your delectable body. He murmurs in a wicked promise, the moment that sun dips, Goldfinch, you're mine. And I would drop my pants so fast if a man talked to me that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So fast. Like, foreplay is an important part of this, men. So, yes.
Gee, I wonder what the next chapter is going to be, guys.
I think it's going to open with them banging.
Oh, I thought they were just going to be having tea.
Chatting about the weather.
But since Gabby loves leaving you on a cliffhanger, guys.
Listen, if I have to suffer, you have to suffer.
That's where we're going to leave you today, is curious.
Thank you so much for listening to Corks and Cauldron. Be sure to follow us at Corks and Cauldron on all your favorite socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads.
If you enjoyed this episode, Please rate and review us. Share us with your book besties or your booksties, because that's going to be a thing. Tell the world. It's the best way to spread the word and help our podcast grow. Corks and Cauldron is a self-funded labor of love, and your support helps keep the magic alive.
And our glass is full.
So join our Patreon community today at patreon.com/corks and cauldron, and maybe even treat us to a bottle of wine.
Our next episode is going to drop next Thursday, and we'll keep deep diving into Gleam. It's going to be chapters 30 through 39.
Well, then eat,
Drink,
and get lost in a good book.
Cheers.